Hello, good people. This is Emmanuel San Safali bringing you the Promise Insurance Show. And this time round, we are in the field. We are on the roadside. We are talking about the most common insurance that everyone knows. And it's called the motor third-party insurance. And it's as a response to the Twitter handle that Chris Obore mentioned on 4th of February of 2023. He mentioned that third party is just out there just for, it's of no use. So I realized that there's a knowledge gap and I have to respond to it. So today we are always seeing cars on the roadside, but we don't know what happens whenever the third party gets, what is the relevance of that third party sticker. So this episode is going to talk about that. It's going to talk about what is that third party going to help you with. Ogomusolo, some people call it Omusologwa government. You know, I have to use Uganda sometimes because that is the information most borders ask or tell us. They think that third party is just Omusologwa government. But let me make it clear today that when you talk about third party, that means there's also a first party, a second party, and then a third party definitely. The first party is the owner of the vehicle that you are seeing on the road here. Whether it's a motorcycle, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's a commercial vehicle, name it. We're going to see what the law stipulates, and we get into that information, knowledge. We shall also look into the third party outside of the country, outside of Uganda. Whenever you travel, whenever you have to move with your car outside of Uganda to any other border, we're going to look at what the best solution, which is COMESA, and we're also going to look at its benefits. Yeah? So let's take a short break and get back to the main point of the episode. Thank you. Keep tuned. And this time around, I want to start with this tweet that was made by Chris Obore. Chris Obore is a renowned communications specialist. He works with the Parliament of Uganda. He has been a media personality for long, and he's quite influential because he's very active on Twitter. But when I saw this tweet he put out on 4th of February, I felt that I need to respond to this discussion just to clarify and to also help respond to people, informed elite people like Chris, to tell them how to handle things better, because this information has been out, but possibly the industry has not brought it out very well. So Chris mentioned third-party insurance is fraud. It is now used by police to collect fines from the road users. Before being zealous in fines, first ensure the policy benefits third parties in accidents, otherwise it's double extortion from citizens. Police is aiding insurers to collect free money. So this actually garnered about 50,000 views, and well, I'm seeing some few responses, about 132. I can't go through all of them. But he went on to add that police should be aiding third parties in accidents to be compensated by insurance companies, not just by harassing people to pay money they gain nothing from. Every policy must address the people's problems. Let us respond with what is on what has been stipulated by the regulator, which is IRA, and this was on their page. You can see if you go on the IRA page, that is Insurance Regulatory Authority page. Motor third party insurance was introduced by the Motor Third Party Insurance Act, in brackets third party risks, in 1989. So that is about 34 years. Yeah. And this act provides for compulsory insurance against third-party bodily risks in respect to the use of vehicles. It is mandatory that any vehicle, van, or motorcycle for private or commercial use should have motor third-party insurance cover. The law only exempts government and government-owned vehicles. The person who benefits from the third party is a third party who suffers loss or death or bodily injury as a result of an accident. This may be any road user, such as a pedestrian, a motor vehicle passenger, a property owner,
involved in an accident, and the first party is the owner of the vehicle or the motorcycle, whereas the insurance company is the second party. So, with that brief, I hope it has just touched how we have to respond to Chris Obore. What is the Motor Third Party Act of 1989 stipulating? And has it been amended, or it is going to be amended? These are things that we have to discuss with the policymakers. But as of now, 2023, this is how it is. The premium rate for the maximum liability of any insurance company is going to be 1 million shillings for bodily injury per person. Then maximum aggregate limit per accident is 10 million shillings. So for every sticker that you pay, or the money, I'm going to show you how we're doing the premium payments, and then you'll understand where we're coming from. Now, there are recommended premiums payable by the insured in shillings. Now, for private motor, these are 3-wheelers falling under 2 categories. There's class 1 for own family use, that is 21,900. Now, this is the premium that is collected by the insurance company. The taxes, no wonder Chris Obore mentioned that government is actually soliciting more money. I want to show you an example of when you put in the element of taxes, the money that you actually computed for whenever you pay on mobile money. Because as of 2022, the law stipulated that we need to start paying on mobile money to prevent fraud. That will be a discussion for another day. So let me just take you briefly, because these are laws. This is page 5 of the Insurance Act, and it talks about there's class 2 for company use for business, that is 27,390 plus 1,000 shillings for an extra passenger. These are just basic premiums. Then there's commercial rates for taxis. All those things are well stipulated, and whenever you go out to any person who's issuing either third party, they should be able to guide you. But most importantly, you have to look out at this. So whenever you are putting in mobile money, going forward, as of 2022, you have to pay using mobile money. So if you are using Airtel, you go to 1*85, then you select 7, financial services, select 6, which is insurance, and then select 1, motor third party. Then you put in your number plate as one word without leaving any space. So it will compute for you, depending on the logbook, how it is. It will compute for you how much you're supposed to pay. Then you can go to any outlet. Usually fuel petrol stations are the ones which have those outlets. For MTN, it is 165 hash. Then you go to payments, number 4. Then number 5, fees and taxes. And then number 5, motor third party. Then you put in your number plate, choose which insurance company you want to use, and then you go and to any outlet that they provide. The reason for this was because there was lots of fraud. As you know, in Uganda, there has been lots of fraud. So the only way they could curb it for URA to collect its taxes in real time, was to use this system. Now, let's look at how much you're charged whenever you make a payment on mobile money. So, as you have noticed, this is usually the most common one for family cars, private cars, as long as you're using it for yourself and your family or your spouse. That is usually private, number 1. That would be 21,900 shillings. That is what is going to the insurance company. There are some taxes. There's a tax called Insurance Training College Levy, or Insurance Training College. There is training levy. That's just 0.5% of the 21,000. There's a sticker fee. For vehicles, it is 6,000. For motorcycles, as you will see here below, it is 5,000. Okay, and so you will see that with VAT, it's 18% of the totals here, which is 5,000. And then there's URA stamp duty, 35,000. So in total, you will pay about 68,000. So most times when you pay mobile money, you will say about 68,000, but plus the bank charges, it will come to about 69 or 70,000. Yeah? Or plus, those are the mobile money fees. Then if we look at private too, we are seeing a group of it will be about 27,000, so it comes to 75,000 inclusive of taxes. And then 3, okay, this is commercial. This is usually for, say, taxis or for other vans. You're seeing 40,780 plus taxes, it comes to 90,000. Then motorcycles, of course, it doesn't have extra passengers. I told you here, if you have more than 5 passengers, you add that 1,000 per passenger for the basic premium, and then it comes down. So you'll find that sometimes it can go to 120, 180, depending on the passengers that you are licensed to carry under commercial. So motorcycles, we are looking at 3,900 is usually the basic. Then the tax element, as you're seeing, is much more. It's bring the total premium to 45,000. So this is the money that the borders have to pay for that party at any outlet. And as you notice, their sticker fee is just 5,000 compared to the motor vehicle, which is 6,000. And then there are other commercial bikes. The premium goes to 6,500, meaning the basic premium comes to 48,000.
Well, welcome back from that segment. I hope you have learned quite a bit. You have seen the differences in the rates that we charge for third party. We have seen the new developments in technology that this time now you have to pay third party using mobile money only to avoid the fraud that used to happen before. And IRA made sure, in conjunction with URA, that most of the taxes are collected by URA first, and then the insurance remains with that short element of about 22,000 shillings for like the vehicle insurance. You have seen how much affordable it is for the motorcycle. But most importantly, what is the benefit of that third party? What will they claim for? What is that demand that they will get? They are going to be paid up to 1 million shillings and up to 10 million if there are very many. So I hope you have learned quite a bit. So let's get back into the discussion and understand how the COMESA works. Of course, we shall show you also the stickers, how they look like, so that you're not confused when you're out there in the market. Don't be duped. Tebakufera when you're out there nga oli mukatale wowo sasude third party ngo sasude kusimu genda ku outlet yonna ku mafuta wabera outlets bakuwe sticker eri genuine. Era genuine ngenda kulaga colors ze bakozesa eza motorcycle, eza pichipichi, eza boda, eza motoka, eza private, wale motoka eza commercial, all that. I had to use Uganda because that is the bulk of our population. So let's listen in and also listen to the COMESA. Please keep tuned.
COMESA, whenever you travel outside of Uganda with your car registered, you will notice that they are charging you third-party rates for their countries in the country you're going to visit. But many times they exploit you because you don't know the laws very well and you don't know what you're actually going to be covered for. So with that, let's delve into how COMESA works. This is a sample document. I've used an example of a sample document in Zambia, but if it's in Uganda, because all these are part of COMESA countries. But more interestingly, this is as of February 2023. COMESA, it started in Zambia, so I'm sure it's going to roll out to all the other 21 countries of COMESA region. They're going to start issuing out mobile, or what are they called, smart soft copies of these policies. You won't be carrying physicals any longer. There's going to be an app that is going to produce these policies from the various insurance companies that you use. So we want to reduce the time you spend at the border points. This is the COMESA release. COMESA launches the digital yellow card mobile app, though it has started in Zambia, and we need to really appreciate this information. It's just as of Wednesday, and I'm sure it's going to roll out to the rest of the countries. So there are different vehicles that we cover. This is a service that started also in 1985. The scheme is operation in 13 countries, that is Burundi, Djibouti, DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, Rwanda, Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. In addition, yellow card is also issued in Mozambique, South Africa, and will soon be issued in Botswana and South Sudan under the business-to-business B2B arrangement to facilitate smooth movement of vehicles in the regions of COMESA. So, with that, let me show you. Let's go back to how COMESA is, and also just to complete for you. Every time you go to the border point, there are so many times they exploit you, especially if you're moving for for a short period. Any period less than 1 month, whether you're moving for 2 days, whether you're moving for 1 week, whether 2 weeks, you're all going to be covered under the premium for the month. This is the COMESA, how it's rated. Now, there are different rates for East Africa region, that is Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. Those are the normal East African countries. Then there are, of course, the new entrance of the East African community, but also because they have been having a little bit of wars and tension, the rates went a little bit higher. So let's look at, say, South Sudan, Rwanda, Congo, and Burundi. Those specific countries, if you are going to move there, the rate is going to be a little bit higher. So their rate is having both annual. Ideally, this would be the better one, but we know many people move for short-term travel, usually 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. So there are also those rates for 3 months, actually up to 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. Anything beyond 6 months is considered for a year. It's better for the 1 year premium. So for any small vehicle, station wagon and all that, a van, it will be $160. This is in dollars, as you can see, the premium. There is also a training levy, which is 0.5% of this. This is $0.8. Then there's VAT, because we have to collect the local taxes here. It will be 18% of this 160. It comes to 28.9. And then the total premium for the year in East Africa will be $189, $189.7, almost $190. So the premium in yellow here, in Uganda shillings, depending on the exchange rate, this was as of February 2023, it will be 705,000 shillings for the whole year. Then on the other end of people who are moving to South Sudan, Rwanda, and Burundi, Congo, the premium would be $237. And in Uganda shillings, it will come to about 882,000 shillings. This is depending on the dollar rate as of February 2023. Now, for the 1 month, anything less than 1 month, 1 week or 2 weeks, 1 day, 2 days, this would be 20% of this main premium. So for the East Africa one, again, it will come to $32. Plus taxes, it will come to $38. Yeah, this is what you pay if you're moving to Kenya, anywhere, so long as you have your Ugandan number plate and you're moving to that country. Have it done here before you travel. You can even send a copy to the border point so that you're cleared. You don't spend a lot of time at the border crossing. So that will be about 141,170. Then for the Congo, South Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, it will be $40, then $47, inclusive of taxes. So that will make it $176. So with that, I show you again, this is what you'll get after you paid those. Of course, you get the number plate. Always share your logbook and tell us the exact dates you're going to travel. You can also extend that cover for the 1 month because the premium will be the same. The premiums will be showing so that you can notice, you can have a smooth running wherever you're going in the different regions. For the third party, let's always endeavor to look out for these stickers. Now for private, they have some color distinctions. It has a blue corner on the right side, and then a brown color on the left hand side of the sticker. It has lots of security coding, but the person who is the claimant or the person they have knocked, whenever an accident happens, make sure you look at this. If they don't have a valid sticker, that's a police case. that is when police cars to come in. This is as of 2018, and nothing, it hasn't changed much. So you have to make sure that you have the right sticker. The motorbike, you're seeing orange and then maroon. That is usually the color coding, but you also have to look at the word here on top, motorbike. Then of course you look at the serial number, and of course police is now checking the validity of these third parties. Some of them used to be fake, but that was something of the past, something before 2022. So 2021 you could get away with it, but now you can't. Okay, so commercial, there is the color coding purple on the right and then yellow on the left hand side, and you can always see this sticker. So the color coding also matters. So with that, there is also motor transit for people who are moving vehicles. Here into Uganda, they haven't yet gotten the number plates for those short-term transits. Those are also having different colors. There is red and green, as you can see here.
Welcome back from that insightful discussion. I hope you have really benefited. Kansubire muyize chintu ku chintu cha third party insua. You have learned what COMESA is all about. Instead of being duped at the border stations, as I have noticed when you go to Rwanda border or Kenya border, there are so many outlets, there are so many people who they give you different prices, so they can actually exploit. You don't know what you're going to pay for that short period. So as long as you're traveling for less than a month, whether a week or 2 days, you pay the same premium of about $38 for a vehicle, and it will be giving you a good benefit. It actually takes care of your property damage as well, even outside of the people you may knock in that country, their property, alongside the bodily injury, because we talked about that party being bodily injury mostly. But the good thing with COMESA, we have seen that it also takes care of the property damage. So with that, I want to thank you for your attention. I hope we have responded to Chris Obore's question. And for those who want to spread this gospel further, please share it out with, share this link below to all your other friends. Please keep tuned to U24 every Sunday at 6 p.m. and for a repeat show on Thursday at 11 a.m. Kambajukizemu nti U24 ebeerako buli lwa Sunday sawa 12 ez'omukawungeezi. Ne repeat wabeerawo tuddamu eno show ku Lwokuna sawa 5 ez'okumakya. Nkizeemu lwakuba waliwo bulk abantu abaagala okuyiga ekigambo kya third party kyetegeeza. Mbeyanziza neyanzenge. Emmanuel Sanyu Safari erinnya of bring you the Promise Insurance Show. I remind you to hope for the best while preparing for the worst. Keep tuned.